What's up, everyone? How are you guys doing today? We're on the new playlist, All Things Pats. Patriots week one, we're going over Mac Jones's performance. If you haven't seen his rookie card signed, you need to go check them out. They're getting more and more valuable by the second. So go get you one on eBay. I might even do a giveaway of a Mac Jones rookie card signed. That might be one of our giveaways on our channel. But go check out his rookie cards. Like I said, they're going up in value. But I am here today to go over week one and week two of the regular season with the Patriots. And like always, we got to start it off with giving you guys praise. I greatly appreciate you tuning in today. We're talking all things Patriots. And let's go over week one, New England versus the Dolphins. It's uncharacteristic that we turned the ball over or fumbled 4 times in one game. We lost 2 of them. One key fumble in the red zone to lose the game. Basically, we never seen the ball again. The Dolphins ran the clock out, and we lost by 1 point. But we got to do better on that. That's ball security, and that's the key to winning games, man. And ladies, you guys tuning in, I greatly appreciate it. But if you're not a subscriber to our channel, subscribe, like the content, hit the notification bell. But Mac Jones, he's like plus 400 to win the offensive rookie of the year. And it's going to be him or Trevor Lawrence. It's looking like. I'm just throwing that out there. But the kid is a beast. Hands down. He's like he threw for the most yards as a rookie quarterback or a player for the New England Patriots. Franchise record. He played killer with a QBR of 75.1. 1 sack. We got to keep that guy clean, keep his jersey clean. That's for sure. Damian Harris with 100 rushing yards on 23 carries. That money that we spent in the offseason, I think it's paying off so far with Hunter Henry, Jonnu Smith with 5 catches for 42 yards. That's on the catches, that's pretty good, but we got to get more production coming from those guys that we picked up. Nelson Aguilar, Kendrick Bourne, just 1 catch for 17 yards. We got to do more. They got paid this offseason, so we got to get these guys the ball more, I guess, I would say. Especially Mac Jones, he did great for his first game in the NFL. Coming out to that crowd, boos and ahs. You expect him to be a little bit shaky in that first game. So he played pretty good, throwing the ball 39 times with 29 completions. That's pretty good. He outplayed Tua. Just those fumbles and losing 2 of them really costed the Patriots that game for sure. Our defense played pretty good. For the New England Patriots in week 2 against the Jets, I would say the front line of our defense, the defensive ends, are going to have a field day because Becton for the Jets got injured last game. So I would say that Matthew Judon coming off the edge, Bentley coming off the edge, Josh Uche is coming off the edge, Chase Winovich from Michigan. Both those guys are beasts. So I would say they probably get a sack apiece against Zach Wilson from BYU. And can't go against Kyle Van Noy coming back for the Patriots. He played good last game, got a sack, 3 total tackles, 2 solo tackles for New England. Just going down the list of people that did on the stat sheet. So the interception by Jonathan Jones, that was we needed once Stephon Gilmore comes back for the Patriots, I believe that our defense will be solidified, to be honest with you. He holds down one side of the field, then JC Jackson covers the other side. So, and over the top, it's McCourty all day, every day out of Rutgers. But if you're tuning in, everybody, this is All Things Pats. And we're going over the week 1 score, and it was 17-16. Miami won it by 1 point. But it was a tough game. Just a couple missed opportunities and a couple fumbles that costed us this game. And it might come back to bite us in the butt. But I believe that we'll bounce back in week 2 against the Jets. But we got to keep on. We got to learn from our mistakes and keep on flourishing as a team. Wait until some more people join in the show. Blessings to everybody. I appreciate you tuning in. We're doing a little 30-minute show for you guys. So tune in. I appreciate you tuning in. Subscribe if you're not a subscriber yet. Hit the like button, the notification bell. And if you want to donate to the channel, our stuff is in the description, the box in our YouTube channel itself. So donate to help us grow this great channel. We interview professional athletes, and we've incorporated the All Things Pats playlist. It's brand new. We're coming to you live every Wednesday through the season. So tune in every Wednesday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Great things are happening on our channel, so stay tuned. And like I mentioned prior, we might be giving away a rookie card of Mac Jones, signed rookie card, that is. And if you see his rookie cards, you know they're going up in value every single snap he does for the New England Patriots his rookie year. So I think they're the ones that I've seen, they're like $230. So that's, you have a potential Mac Jones rookie card by subscribing, liking our stuff. We're going to do a free giveaway. So tune in every Wednesday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. subscribe to the channel, folks. Great things are happening. I appreciate you tuning in. But week 2, the New England Patriots are taking on the New York Jets. Mac Jones versus Zach Wilson, 2 first-round draft picks. Zach Wilson went second overall. His just was Zach Wilson, to be honest with you, like that offensive line is crazy, but he really doesn't have a run game. Tariq Coleman. I like Davis, the receiver. I really do. He's a beast. And first game of the season, 97 yards, 2 touchdowns. It's a beast. That's killer. That's killer stats right there, for sure. Off of 5 receptions. But with this game, I think New England, I'm not putting any predictions on it, but the matchup predictor, 65% has the New England Patriots winning this game. But Miami is the only team with a win so far in the AFC East. And it's another divisional game for New England. We can't really lose another one. We got to keep up with Miami here. And Buffalo lost last week, or week 1 against Pittsburgh. But it's going to be a tough year. We started off with a L, so we got to keep on striving for victories. And I think Mac Jones, he's a leader already. I really like him after the game, week 1. Never taking it hard. And that's what you want to see out of a quarterback. The accountability is there for Mac Jones. He is he's a leader, and you could tell it just by the way he takes things and how he relates football. His mindset is what I'm meaning. But with Mac, really coming out of Alabama, I believe really helped him being behind Tua, then a couple other quarterbacks, but him fighting and winning the starting job there, I think really proved his value to the New England Patriots right there. And Bill Belichick having that relationship with Nick Saban, I believe, helped his draft stock to New England. I really do. They had opportunities to pick other people. They could have traded up, but they stayed right at number 15, picked 15. They got their guy. He resembles Tom Brady, but I'm not putting those expectations on Mac Jones because that's pretty lofty. Really and truly, 7 Super Bowls. I don't think any other quarterback deserves those lofty expectations because Tom Brady's a different animal. Different animal. But for this game, I believe the keys to week 2 will probably be probably the defensive ends for the Patriots. If they're able to apply pressure to Zach Wilson, which they probably will because they're starting offensive lineman and Mikael Becton is hurt. he went down last game, I believe is going to be the key for them. But the Jets, they really don't have offensive linemen that are marquee guys. So they're going to have to rely on Zach Wilson getting out of the pocket. And to see what New England does with that is going to be key. Keeping him within the pocket is going to be the key, I believe, there. And on the outside, being able to stop Davis, the receiver for the Jets, is going to also be the key also to the game itself. J.C. Jackson will probably be covering him all or shadowing him all game long. So, and the safety over the top with McCourty over the top. I believe that's going to be the recipe to stop him from going long. See, 5 yards or 5 receptions for 97 yards. That is quite a bit, about 10 yards plus a reception. So they're going to need to limit that to probably half, probably 2 receptions for like 40 yards if they want to contend with this Jets team. They can't let receivers beat them. And last game, pretty sure they let two guys put up over 50 yards. Parker for 81 yards for 4 receptions. Jalen Waddle, 4 receptions for 61 yards and a touchdown. Long ball right there for both those receivers. One for 30 yards, the long, and 36 yards for Jalen Waddle from Alabama. The Patriots need to solidify that secondary for sure. Like, it's crazy, but last year they couldn't stop the run. This year they need to do a better job. I think that first game was like a preseason game, to be honest with you, for every team. But they need to pick it up for the Jets game in week 2. Like all facets of the game, all facet of this game, to be honest. Offense, defense, and special teams. And don't fumble the ball. Ivan Fears, the running back coach, scalded Damian Harris. But you can't fault Damian Harris too much because he put up 100-piece on Miami. And they have a pretty good defense, to be honest with you. Let's go through his stats. Rushing yards for that week 1, 23 carries for 100 yards. If he keeps doing that, that's a 1,000-yard receiver or rusher right there. But he's not going to do that every single game. I think he'll definitely put up 1,000 yards for the season. But for the Patriots, they're going to be running back by committee, to be honest with you. Receivers are going to be the same way, with Jonnu Smith and Hunter Henry taking most of those receptions and the receiving yards and touchdowns, to be honest, for those 2 tight ends that we picked up in free agency. But for the Patriots, this week 2, it's going to be key. If we could limit the receiving yards and limit rushing yards, and I think we'll win this game. But with the New England picking up Matthew Judon from the Ravens, I think that was it's probably going to go down as the best free agent transactions of the offseason. Him and Matthew Judon, not Matthew Judon. I already mentioned him. Excuse me. But Hunter Henry and Jonnu Smith. I think both of those guys and Matthew Judon will go down as the key transactions of this team this year. But Smith, Jonnu Smith, key in separation. If he can get a step on a corner or a linebacker, it's a wrap. He's a great player. But Zach Wilson for the Jets for this week 2 matchup, you can't. I don't want to say they shouldn't have drafted Zach Wilson, but to be honest, they should have got an offensive lineman and kept Sam Darnold. They're in the same situation as they are now because Zach Wilson is going to be running for his life. Running for his life. I say this to athletes all the time, but we talk. If you don't understand or know what I do, I interview professional athletes on a regular, and that's the thing that comes up: winning in the trenches. And the key for the Jets is keeping Zach Wilson standing up, not on his back. But you do that by having the offensive line being good. And for the Jets, with Becton going out on injury reserve, it's not going to fare well for the Jets. That's probably their best offensive lineman. He's a tackle. And Jamison Crowder from Duke, he's out too. I'm going over the injury report for this game. But we have an offensive tackle is questionable for this game. Ronnie Perkins, the linebacker from the Sooners, he's questionable. Trent Brown going down this game or last game against Miami. That might be tough for us too. I hope he plays. That's a big guy, 6'8", about 300 or 400 pounds. That's a beast. I don't see how you budge that guy, to be honest with you. I don't see how you budge him. But I'm glad we brought him back, to be honest, from the Raiders. Yeah, but that's probably one of the reasons why Damian Harris put up 100 yards rushing last game. And our offensive line is probably going to be top 10 at least this season. But 4-12, Jonathan. Come on, man. That's not funny. They're going to win more than 4 games. Did you see Mac Jones play? Next Tom Brady. Come on now. Dink and dunk. Dink and dunk. But New England, I think they'll probably win this game. Hopefully. That'll make us 1-1 for the season. My prediction probably on this game, and the spread is +6 for the Jets. Jeez. The Patriots have to win by 7 to win this spread. And they're +205 for the money line. Jeez. That's a Patriots heavy favorites on this game. You know, Jonathan, no, Denver's not going to have a better record than New England. You're crazy. You're crazy, crazy. With Teddy Bridgewater? Come on now. For everybody tuning in, I appreciate you joining the show today. This is All Things Pats. If you're not a subscriber yet, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. Um, we appreciate you tuning in and joining our show. And we upload daily. Subscribe, like I mentioned, hit the notification bell. It'll flick on. You'll get all of our up to date content every time we post. But we're going over week 2 with the Jets for the Patriots. I see Mac Jones at least putting up 300 yards on this defense of the Jets. Their secondary is pretty weak. And hold up, folks. But for the Jets, they're going to put up at least, I would say, 20 points because the Patriots haven't found their identity yet. That's my thoughts on it. They usually find their identity probably in October or November of this year. And it's like that every single year, but that's a constant rhythm or trend of the Patriots finding their identity late in the season. But I'll tell you what I think about the Patriots this year. We're a running team. But we need to secure the ball every time we run because we losing or fumbling 4 times, there's a chance that you lose every single fumble. And we got to do a better job of ball security. Yeah, for Denver, Jonathan, I just they're gonna win on defense. Their offense, Judy, they lost, I believe, for the season. To be honest with you, with that ankle injury, their receiver from Alabama. Who else do they have? That Sutton fella, the receiver, and that's it. And Noah Fant. Thank you for tuning in, guys. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you. But for the Patriots, they're like the percentage, the matchup predictor. Yeah, the Patriots are going to win this game, I believe. To be honest with you, because their problem, Bill Belichick is good with taking and utilizing the thought of a rookie quarterback. So I believe New England will do that to Zach Wilson, the BYU quarterback the Jets drafted in the first round. But Bill Belichick's always been that way with rookie quarterbacks or young quarterbacks, uh, disguising a defense, disguising blitzes, disguising zone coverages. And Jonathan, you know how it is. I have jokes, man. I have jokes. But for the Patriots, I'm hoping they need to really utilize J.J. Taylor a little bit more and bringing him out of the backfield. Him and James White, like if they utilized him and put him in like the slot, both of those guys on each side, that would be killer with the two tight ends and Nelson Aguilar and Kendrick Bourne, which he only last game, like I mentioned, one reception. Like you spend all that money on a receiver and him not produce is really tough. And he was pretty good with San Fran last year, but tough, tough, tough. You need to utilize him a little bit better. And I'm hoping once N'Keal Harry comes off of IR that he has a bigger role in the offense this year. Um, I think the elephant in the room is this number one jersey uh, in Cam Newton. I watched the little video he made with his dad stating that how the Patriots did him and how the Patriots told him it was okay to go to Atlanta and get checked out for the Liz Frank injury. But you know how the game of football is. They were testing him, and the 5 days that he was out at practice just gave Mac Jones the opportunity, and Mac took advantage of it. And you can't falter the young kid. He knew he was going in there to start, and he was going to win the job. But Cam did that to himself. Cam could have let the doctors with the Patriots check him out, check his injury out. But the Patriots did what they had to do, and Cam needs to find another job. But I knew all along that he was going to be a bridge quarterback for the Patriots. But I had faith in Cam. To be honest with you, I had faith in him coming and showing his talent during the off season, the training camps, and that sort of stuff during the off season. He did pretty good for the Patriots. If you pull up his tape from training camp, he threw the ball pretty good, but he was working on his mechanics each day. But I liked Cam, but he just didn't work out with the Patriots. They don't run that sort of style of play at quarterback, and I just knew it never would work. But Bill Belichick and Robert Kraft gave him an opportunity, and that's what matters. Jonathan, man, yeah, I don't know if Cam Newton will ever have a starting job ever again in the NFL, but just injuries started piling up on him. Running the football every single time, basically in Carolina. Uh, just that sort of play in the NFL doesn't really last long. And I feel for Lamar Jackson. I feel for Patrick Mahomes doing those sidearm stuff like a baseball player. This stuff's not going to last. And you can look at any other quarterback that's ever done that. How long did they last in the NFL? Not very long. Yeah, you can look at the average span of a player in the NFL. It's 3.5 years. But if you're a quarterback and you're trying to run the football, it's not going to last. It's just not. You have to have the ability to throw the football. And you can see last night's game, or Monday night's game with Lamar Jackson and playing against the Raiders. You couldn't even. I'm referring to Lamar Jackson doing a check down to his running back. He didn't even make that simple throw, and it's not even a difficult throw to make as a NFL player. Any starting quarterback in the NFL can make that throw, and he overthrew him. But with Lamar Jackson and quarterbacks like that, they have to utilize their ability to run to compensate for their inability to throw. And that's straight from the college game. And they do it so much. Him, the kid that went to San Fran, Trey Lance, Zach Wilson, who else? Kyler Murray, which he's on my fantasy team, by the way. But I'm hoping Trey Lance does good for San Fran and Kyler Murray does good for Arizona. But that sort of play doesn't last long because injuries start piling up. You're going up against faster guys in the NFL, stronger guys in the NFL, and you get hit the wrong way, it's over. Look at Teddy Bridgewater with the Vikings, RG3, Robert Griffin III with the Redskins, now currently the football team. These guys just don't last long. When you're running the football at quarterback and taking the big shots, not even sliding to keep yourself safe. You take one shot and it could be your last. So guys like that, quarterbacks like that, need to watch what they're doing. And that's probably what their coaches are telling them too. So let's see what the chats are, what's going on during the chats. Yeah, Cam had more than just 1 year. He had a few years with Carolina that he was pretty good. But Cam, his days are pretty much over in the National Football League, NFL. If he doesn't want to be a backup, I think it's a wrap for him. And I don't know if there are, like he says, 32 other or 31 other quarterbacks that are better than him starting. But his actions have costed him millions of dollars, to be honest with you. Like with the Patriots this year, he could have just let the doctors look at him, his Liz Frank injury that he had or has, but it costed him. Went to Atlanta, got a COVID test or whatnot, and it costed him. And the Patriots tested him. That's what happens. It's business is business in the NFL. And if you have someone else better than you and cheaper than you, they're usually 9 times out of 10 going to go with that other guy that's cheaper, younger, and with Mac Jones going in the first round, that was a wrap right there with them drafting him. But with the Patriots, they had to make the call. So but the Patriots are playing the Jets in week 2, and we'll have to see what the Patriots do. Run the football or pass the football with Mac Jones. But to be honest with you, I believe Mac Jones will put up 300 yards at least, I would say, and a touchdown with the same sort of performance from last game against Miami. And Miami has a way better defense. 2 Pro Bowl type of guys on their secondary. Probably Howard. I forgot the other kid's name. But they got 2 Pro Bowl corners for sure. But with Mac, I believe he'll put up at least 300 yards, I would say. And the spread for this game is -6 for the Patriots. I'll probably go on record probably saying they cover this spread. If you guys are bettors out there, because they're giving the Jets 6 points and the over under is 42. So reading these comments, guys. Jake Delhomme, I don't know about all that. I do not know about that. I tried to reach out to him to come on our show, by the way. He's funny. He hasn't responded yet, so I've got Stephen Davis coming on eventually. I'm still working on that because I reached out to him. He was all go for our interview, so we're in the works for that. That's a spoiler alert. But let's go. Let's do something else. Let's do a offensive standout for week 2 and a defensive standout for week 2. For the Patriots, I believe New England will have a standout performance. And I'm not going to cherry pick on this because it's easy to say Mac Jones or Damian Harris. But I say Hunter Henry has a good game against the Jets. He'll probably put up 80 yards on like maybe six to 8 receptions. Or Jonnu Smith is another one. It'll probably have that same performance. I'd say those 2 guys. But I'm hoping they can get the ball in Kendrick Bourne's hands, receiver. But that's my predictions or standouts for the offense. Defensive wise, Jawan Bentley, the linebacker, beast for sure. Jersey 8 is him. And of course, I'm going to say Matthew Judon because coming off the edge for him, the Ravens should have never gave him up, to be honest. It's just my thoughts on it. Yeah, Jonathan, man, Jake Delhomme is not better than Newton. And for Newton is like 3 or 4 inches taller than Vic. So but those are my standout performers for week 2. Offensive wise, I've got the tight ends and Jonnu Smith and Hunter Henry. On the defensive side of the ball, I've got Jawan Bentley and Matthew Judon, the linebackers. For week 2, I have the Patriots winning probably 28-17. That's my final score, my prediction for the game. I have the New England Patriots covering the spread -6, and I'm taking the over under 42. But that concludes our show for today. This is the Pats, All Things Pats playlist on Sports Talk 1996. I am Zach Barnett. And if you're not a subscriber, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell to get all our up-to-date content. But thank you for joining us today. And if you are willing to donate to our channel, the description of our channel has all the content or all the necessary information to donate to our channel to help us grow, help us to get better content on our channel. And we excuse me, I'm tired a little bit, but we upload content every single day. But I appreciate you viewing our content today. And for everyone out there, blessings. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you. Take care and God bless. We'll see you back next week. Take care. God bless. Peace out.